Well, good morning. I am the Marketing and PR Director here for the Ocean Pines Association, Denise Sawyer. It's a pleasure meeting you all and just seeing the excitement. It's very contagious. We have people here from Pocomoke all the way up to Rehoboth and Lewis. So thank you for coming out. It's all because of the folks who love pickleball. It's the fastest growing sport. Yeah, you can clap. Fastest growing sport, not just on the peninsula, but in the nation. And apparently it jumped upon, so it's international. So that's great as well, all right? So the Ocean Pines Association is really thrilled and excited to partner with the Ocean Pines Pickleball Club to present to you the 8 new outdoor dedicated pickleball courts, and they look beautiful. Yes. So at this moment, please join me as we welcome Carol Ludwig for our national anthem.
All right, you guys have to help me again with the high notes, since I have pollen face today. You know the words, or you should. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets the bombs bursting beautiful gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Play pickleball!
At the moment, we'll have the pickleball history given to you by Pickleball Club Board President Phil.
There we go.
There he is. There we go. If you can stand that way. So
Not in front of that mic. There's a speaker. Not in front of that speaker.
over here.
I want to stand in front of that speaker.
Can you all hear me?
Yes.
I thought before I give the history, maybe I'll give you a little bit of background as to how I got started in pickleball. About 2 years ago, we get a phone call from our good friend Linda Soriani saying, guess what? There's a sport called pickleball in the Pines and they're giving free lessons. I said, pickleball? I mean, I played baseball, I played football, I played basketball. And baseball, you hit a ball, you run the bases. Football, you kick a ball. Basketball, you put a ball in the basket. So pickleball, you hit a ball and eat a pickle. So we signed up for a lesson. We showed up one cold January evening and we met Julie Wolf and Frank Kramer. And Frank Kramer gave us our first instruction. I'm still a little leery. Pickleball.
Yeah.
So Frank shows us the court and he says, oh, by the way, this line by the net, it's called the kitchen. I said, pickleball kitchen. I'm really worried about it at this time. So he says, let's start hitting the ball over the net and we'll get the feel of the ball. I said, great. He hit the ball over the net. He goes, by the way, this is called a dink. So we got pickleball, we got a kitchen, we got a dink. I said, well, what kind of people play this game? Come to find out, the people that play this game are the most wonderful people around. So into the history. 2011. There's a total of 15 pickleball players, play mostly indoors, and they don't do a whole lot of outdoor play. 15 total players. That's 2011. 2012 and 13. The number of players in that period of time increases to 80. So the sport is beginning to expand. Outdoor play starts at the Swim and Racket Club. Now, we had a tennis court, we converted it. If you've ever been to the Swim and Racket Club, it's windy. So you hit the ball in the air and kiss it goodbye. So, and at this point, Julie creates what we call the Pickleball database. Now you're going to hear a lot of words about Julie and Frank. We say a lot because they did a lot and they do a lot. Early 2013, Frank and Julie applied Ocean Pines to have pickleball offered as an amenity. It's not quite that simple though, is it, Julie? You have to fill out the paperwork, you have to submit it, you have to get it approved. They did their due diligence, they got it approved, and I believe the following year it became an amenity. 2014, now we have over 100 players. The first year we have 100 players. There's mostly indoor play, but we also wanted to play outdoors. So what happens? Our tennis friends, our paddleball friends, they let us use their facilities, put up temporary courts. And I might say during this time, what we used to do, we'd take chalk lines and draw the courts. Then we graduated to tape, and then we graduated to real lines. And for that whole time, that's how we play pickleball outdoors. Julie, at this point, begins her email communications. You all get this every week. As I said, you're going to hear her name a lot. She does a lot. 2015, Ocean Pines advises us that maybe you want to start an Ocean Pines Pickleball Club. We think this is a good idea, but there's something called a charter. And part of that charter, you have to have a board of directors. So we go out, or Julie and Frank go out, they recruit Bob O'Malley, and Bob becomes our first president of the Ocean Pines Pickleball Club. We also begin the beginner clinics. And from that time to present, we've put about 500 people through our clinics. 2016, pickleball continues to grow. Julie, Frank, and Bob working diligently to get us our permanent pickleball courts. And in 2016, the board of directors approves 8 new pickleball courts. This is the result. I want to give a big thanks, Julie Wolf, Frank Kramer, Bob O'Malley. Make yourselves known and give them a round of applause. They've done it all. There's 2 other people I need to mention. Neil Godesman. Did I pronounce that right now? Close enough. Neil's our ambassador to pickleball. I have to confess, I'm not really sure what that is. But here is what I know. This is what I know about Neil. He visits all the local school systems to try to encourage students to play pickleball, to get the exercise that they need. If Neil gets wind of any surrounding communities thinking about expanding their recreational facilities, he makes it a point to meet with their planning board to include pickleball. Well done. Keep it up. John Hanbury, who's our vice president, has a critical job, and he's in charge of instruction. He's our newest board member, therefore he gets the jobs we don't want to do. But he's very instrumental in putting this whole thing together today. Well done, John. And certainly none of this would happen without the past support and continued support of the Ocean Pines Board of Directors. Please accept our thanks and appreciation for this wonderful facility. And to Kobe Phillips and Aaron Starr, love that name, Aaron Starr. It's been a pleasure to work with them. They've been immeasurable help in putting this whole thing together. And last, this is Memorial Day weekend. Let us always remember those men and women who paid the ultimate sacrifice so we can enjoy our freedoms.
Amen.
Thank you. Speaking of the board members, I would like to welcome up Cheryl Jacobs.
I'm so excited to be here today and to see what has finally come to fruition. It has taken us 2 years, and there are those who say, those damn pickleball people, they won't stop. But God bless you for continuing to push for what you want. And one of these days, when the weather is just perfect, I do intend to put a paddle in my hand and give it a go. I keep promising them I'm going to try. But I'm thrilled that this has finally happened. We have, it started with me when I was the liaison to the Parks and Rec Committee and worked with Bob and others. And so I'm just thrilled that this happened today. Thank you.
I'm Erin Starr. I'm the new Racket Center manager here at Ocean Pines. I first was introduced to pickleball by Leslie Shippey. Thank you. And she came over to the Ocean City Tennis Center, and she was the ambassador at the time, and she was trying to get pickleball started in Ocean City. And it was a tough go for her, but she finally managed to get it over there in the rec center twice a week, I think. It's a great thing in the wintertime. Now, I think Phil gave you some history, but I think he forgot to tell you that pickleball was invented in 1965 by a couple or three very upset parents, 3 dads that had some bored teenagers and a dog named Pickles. And that's how it got its name. 52 years later, now I wanted to sound smart, so I wrote some numbers down here. I looked it up on the usapa.org website. In the state of Maryland, there are 87 pickleball facilities listed. We're number 53, but that's only because it's listed alphabetically. The total number of players that report to USAPA, 2,455 at this time. There's probably that many that don't report as well.
Actually, there are over 2.5 million people now, but USAPA, you pay for a membership to support the growth of the sport.
Yeah, come and join us. Play pickleball with us this summer. It's a pickleball kind of a day. Thank you.
Thank you, Aaron. And Phil forgot to mention that he guides us and helps us along our way, gives us directions. Sometimes he's hard to find in a moment of crisis, but he always pops up just in time. So thank you, Phil, also. Before we dedicate these beautiful 8 new Ocean Pines pickleball courts, nobody does it better, right? These are the best. Yeah. I would like to thank all the current and future pickleball players whose passion and drive for this sport continue to make it grow in leaps and bounds, and thank you. And as you see other people and recruit other people, they fall in love with the sport. They have fun while exercising. Can you imagine that? You're exercising, actually laughing and having a great time. So it's a wonderful, wonderful sport. And Cheryl and Butch happened to be over there. They started pickleball clubs up in Delaware and many, many places. They got a lot of us involved, so I wanted to acknowledge the 2 of you and thank you. We also want to dedicate these courts to Julie Wolf, Bob O'Malley, and Frank Kramer. because of their hard work, their perseverance, and the ability to believe made this happen. Over the past 3 or 4 years, there have been many storm clouds, but these three made sure that the sun would finally shine through. So enjoy the sunshine, enjoy these pickleball courts, and thank you very, very much. We're gonna go, I need Frank, Julie, and Bob to go over onto the courts, please. We're gonna get out the ribbon to do the ribbon cutting.
One.
We dedicate these courts to Ocean Pines and dedicate it to the perseverance and the steadfastness of Julie and Bob and Frank and all those that helped make this happen, including the board. Thank you.